Welcome back to the showroom. Right here we have a GTR hood that was taken off of that GTR. We're going to be replacing it with this CMST Tuning version 2 carbon fiber glass transparent single-sided hood. Now, a few modifications are going to be needed for this hood. For example, these are going to need to be trimmed. These have already been trimmed for this carbon fiber hood. Usually they're just a little bit longer from OEM, so we probably trim about ½ an inch to an inch off of the top, so that way it doesn't poke through the hood. Hood latch is going to be pretty simple, just 2 bolts. And then last but not least, the bolts for the actual hood itself are going to need to be trimmed as well, unless you use your own hardware. These bolts are going to be really long because they are going to go through wood, and once they're transferred, you're going to need to cut them shorter so that way it doesn't go through the carbon hood. Alright, so now we're going to trim the bolts that we're going to be using to actually bolt the hood onto the hood hinges, just like so. Now, there's not a particular length that you should cut the bolts. It really just depends on which bolts you have, which ones you are going to be using. For these, we just chose a random size. You can always trim them lower, but you can never go back longer, so it's nice to ease into the perfect length. After they've been screwed in and the hood latches are on, we can go ahead and put in the bolts just the same way you would remove the hood originally. And just like that, the hood should be done. All we have to do is do some slight adjustments on the fitment around the fenders and the front bumper. The installation of this hood is going to be similar to all the other GTR hoods that we do have offered for sale. It's going to be simply the same process as this one. And just like that, after we set down the hood and did some minor adjustments for the fenders and the gap and fitment, we have officially installed this CMST Tuning version 2 carbon fiber glass hood. So this is a 2014 Nissan GTR. The hood is for a 17 and up, but the bumper is for 08 and up. It is a front bumper from CMST Tuning, which is partial carbon fiber, as you can see right here. Now there is going to be some slight gappage here on the bumper and the hood, so we are actually going to be doing some minor body work and filling this right here to lift up a little bit to match the body line and fill in that gap. But as for that, that concludes the install.